I've never talked about this before. It's something that I saw about 5 years ago. There have been instances since that time that I considered telling someone but could never work up the courage. I just assumed that people would think I was either crazy, delusional, or just making it up. But I decided it was more important to share this experience, to let people know that these kinds of things are real. And I thought maybe someone else has had a similar experience. Somehow it's comforting to know that somewhere out there are others who can relate to what happened to me. So like I said, it was about 5 years ago. I've always been kind of a night owl and was up late every night watching TV, reading, or listening to music. It wasn't uncommon for me to, at least once or twice a week, fall asleep in my chair in the den. If I remember correctly, it was a Thursday night, Friday morning, and I must have dozed off in the chair maybe around 2 or 2:30. Anyway, I woke up about an hour later. The TV was still on, but the volume was down to a minimum. I looked at my watch and saw that it was 3:17. Then a strange sensation came over me. For whatever reason, a powerful feeling of fear washed over me like a damn tidal wave. And that's when I glanced out the window. Now let me tell you, what I saw out in my front yard was the most horrifying thing you can imagine, and way beyond any nightmare I've ever had. Standing there looking directly back at me was the biggest wolf I've ever seen. I mean, this damn thing was easily bigger than a horse. It was long and shaggy, and it just stood there motionless, glaring at me with eyes that were hot yellow. What I saw in those eyes was pure hatred and absolute malevolence. I turned my head, pretending not to look, but cut my eyes to the right so I could still see it. After another minute or two, the creature raised its snout and sniffed up in the air. Then it started to slowly walk off to the left. I watched it until it disappeared into the darkness. I sat there for the rest of the morning, probably in a state of shock. I remember eventually getting up to make some coffee, and I even dropped off on a short nap later on in the afternoon. I spent the next few days trying to figure out what the hell that wolf thing was and why it stood out there staring at me. To this day, I still can't answer those questions. But I can tell you this. When the sun goes down, beware of things that walk the night.